Most men lose not because they are weak. They lose because they cannot read what is happening in front of them. A woman rarely walks to a man and announces her desire. She speaks through actions, patterns, and small signals that many men ignore. While some men spend months wondering whether she likes them, another man understands the signs and moves with confidence. The difference is not luck. The difference is observation. Machiavelli understood a simple truth about human nature. People reveal their intentions long before they confess them. Desire hides behind behavior. Interest hides behind attention. And attraction hides behind repeated actions that are too consistent to be accidents. If a woman truly wants you in her life, she will almost always leave clues. The problem is that most men are looking for dramatic signs, while the real answers are hidden in ordinary moments. Today, you will learn the signals that often reveal genuine attraction. Not because women are mysterious, but because human beings communicate far more with behavior than with words. Learn these signs, and you will stop guessing. You will stop chasing people who are not interested. More importantly, you will recognize when someone is quietly inviting you closer. Sign 1. She finds reasons to talk to you. A woman who wants you rarely waits forever for opportunities to appear. She creates them. She sends a message that could have been unnecessary. She asks a question she could have answered herself. She starts conversations that seem small, but continue longer than they need to. To an untrained eye, this looks ordinary. To a careful observer, it reveals investment. Time is the most valuable resource people possess. When someone repeatedly spends it on you without a clear reason, there is usually an emotional reason behind it. Attraction often begins with curiosity, and curiosity creates conversation. If she consistently looks for ways to keep communication alive, pay attention. Sign 2. She remembers small details about you. Most people forget what does not matter to them. A woman who likes you often remembers things that even your friends overlook. She remembers your favorite drink, a story you told weeks ago, or a goal you mentioned only once. This is not an accident. The mind naturally gives special attention to people who create emotional interest. When she stores small details about your life and brings them up later, she is showing that you occupy space in her thoughts, even when you are not present. That is a powerful sign, because attention is the first form of emotional investment. Sign 3. Her body language changes around you. Words can be controlled. Body language is far more difficult to manage. When attraction appears, the body often reveals what the mouth hides. She may lean toward you during conversations. She may hold eye contact longer than necessary. She may smile more when speaking to you than she does with others. Sometimes she unconsciously mirrors your movements or posture. These behaviors are subtle, but they matter. Human beings naturally move closer to what they desire and create distance from what they do not. Watch actions more than words. Actions are usually closer to the truth. Sign 4. She wants your attention. A woman who wants you often notices where your attention goes. She becomes happier when she has it and disappointed when she loses it. She may tease you, joke with you, or share stories that invite your reaction. This is not always about validation. Often, it is about connection. Attraction creates a desire to matter in someone's world. When she consistently seeks your focus and seems energized by your attention, she may be revealing more than friendship. People rarely compete for attention from someone they feel completely indifferent toward. Sign 5. She tries to be part of your world. When a woman is interested, she becomes interested in things connected to you. She asks about your hobbies. She wants to know what motivates you. She becomes curious about your plans, goals, and daily experiences. This does not mean she suddenly loves everything you love. It means she wants to understand the world you live in. Attraction creates a natural desire for closeness, and closeness begins with understanding. When she consistently looks for ways to enter your world, she is often testing whether there is space for her in it. Sign 6. She finds excuses to spend time with you. Interest always seeks opportunity. A woman who wants you will often look for reasons to be around you. She joins activities where she knows you will be present. She extends conversations instead of ending them quickly. She accepts invitations with enthusiasm and sometimes creates new opportunities herself. This behavior is important because attraction is not only about feelings. It is about effort. Anyone can claim interest with words. Real interest appears through actions that bring two people closer together. When someone repeatedly chooses your company, that choice speaks loudly. Sign 7. She becomes curious about your relationship status. A woman who wants you rarely ignores the question that matters most to her. She wants to know whether another woman already occupies your attention. Sometimes she asks directly. Sometimes she does it indirectly through casual conversation. She may ask if you are seeing someone, mention relationships in general, or carefully explore your romantic life without making her intentions obvious. This curiosity is rarely random. People naturally investigate possibilities before they invest emotionally. If she repeatedly shows interest in whether you are available, she may be trying to determine whether a future with you is realistic. Sign 8. She responds differently to you than to other men. One of the strongest signs of attraction is contrast. Do not only observe how she treats you. Observe how she treats everyone else. Many men become confused because a woman is kind, friendly, and warm, but some women are naturally that way with everyone. The real question is whether you receive something extra. Does she laugh harder at your jokes? Does she make more effort to continue conversations with you? Does her energy change when you enter the room? Attraction often reveals itself through differences in behavior. When she treats you in a special way that others do not receive, there is usually a reason. Sign 9. She finds ways to touch you. Physical contact is one of the oldest forms of human communication. A woman who feels attracted to you may create small and natural opportunities for touch. She may lightly touch your arm while laughing. She may playfully push you during a joke. She may adjust something on your shirt or find harmless reasons to reduce physical distance. These moments often seem insignificant when viewed separately, but patterns matter more than individual events. When touch appears repeatedly and comfortably, it can be a strong indication of attraction. Human beings naturally seek physical closeness with people they feel emotionally connected to. Sign 10. She shares personal things about her life. Most people protect their private thoughts. Trust is not given freely. It is earned. When a woman begins sharing personal experiences, fears, dreams, and emotions with you, she is allowing you into a deeper part of her world. Attraction often encourages vulnerability because emotional connection cannot exist without openness. If conversations move beyond surface topics, and she willingly reveals parts of herself that others rarely see, she may be signaling that she views you as more than an ordinary acquaintance. Emotional intimacy often arrives before romantic intimacy. Sign 11. She notices other women around you. A woman who wants you may become unusually aware of female competition. She notices when another woman gives you attention. She asks questions about female friends. She becomes curious about who is contacting you or spending time with you. This does not always appear as jealousy. Sometimes it appears as simple curiosity. Sometimes it appears as subtle concern. The important detail is that she pays attention. People protect opportunities they value. When she becomes aware of potential rivals, it often means your position in her mind is becoming more significant than she openly admits. Sign 12. She supports your success. Attraction is not only about desire. It is also about investment. A woman who genuinely wants you often wants to see you win. She encourages your goals. She celebrates your achievements. She remembers important events in your life and asks how they turned out. This behavior reflects something deeper than temporary interest. It shows emotional involvement. When another person's progress begins to matter to her, it suggests that she is mentally connecting her happiness to your well-being. That connection is one of the foundations of strong attraction and lasting relationships. The wise man understands that attraction is rarely hidden in grand gestures. It is hidden in repeated actions. It appears in consistency. It appears in effort. It appears in attention. Most people reveal their feelings long before they reveal their intentions. The man who understands human nature does not chase every smile or assume every friendly conversation is romance. He studies patterns. He watches behavior over time. He allows actions to confirm what words have not yet said. That patience protects him from illusion and guides him toward reality. Sign 13. She makes it easy for you to be close to her. This may be the most important sign of all. A woman who truly wants you usually removes obstacles instead of creating them. Many men waste months trying to decode mixed signals when the answer is simple. Attraction tends to move people closer together, not farther apart. If she likes you, she often makes conversations easier, meetings easier, and connection easier. She replies with interest. She participates in the interaction. She gives you opportunities to know her better. She does not force you to carry the entire relationship alone. This does not mean she will chase you. It means she will cooperate with your efforts instead of resisting them. That difference is crucial. Machiavelli understood that people reveal their priorities through actions, not declarations. Anyone can speak beautiful words. Anyone can make promises. But behavior exposes truth. When a woman repeatedly invests her attention, energy, and time in you, she is making a statement without speaking it aloud. The wise man watches what people do when no one is asking them to perform. That is where genuine intention lies. However, there is another lesson that many men need to hear. Never judge attraction by a single sign. One sign can be misleading. 2 signs can be coincidence. 3 signs can still create confusion. But when several of these behaviors appear consistently over time, the picture becomes clearer. Human nature follows patterns. The more signals you see together, the more likely they reflect real interest rather than imagination. This is where many men make a costly mistake. They become so desperate for affection that they turn ordinary kindness into proof of attraction. A smile becomes a love story. A friendly message becomes a secret confession. Desperation clouds judgment. It causes men to see what they want to see instead of what actually exists. A strong man remains calm. He observes. He collects evidence. He allows reality to speak before his emotions do. At the same time, some men make the opposite mistake. They ignore clear signs because they fear rejection. They wait too long. They hesitate. They search for perfect certainty, but perfect certainty rarely exists in human relationships. Attraction is often a game of probabilities, not guarantees. If a woman consistently invests in you, seeks your attention, remembers details about your life, creates opportunities to spend time with you, and makes closeness feel natural, there comes a point when confidence becomes more useful than endless analysis. Remember this principle. People move toward what they value. They protect what they fear losing. They invest in what excites them. These truths apply to friendships, business, power, and romance. Human nature changes less than most people think. If a woman wants you, her actions will usually reveal it long before her words do. The smartest approach is neither arrogance nor insecurity. It is awareness. Watch patterns, respect reality, stay patient, and never confuse fantasy with evidence. The man who understands people gains an advantage that reaches far beyond dating. He understands influence. He understands motivation. Most importantly, he understands truth hidden beneath appearances. And when you learn to recognize these signs, you stop wasting energy on uncertainty. You stop chasing people who are not interested. You stop living in confusion. Instead, you move with clarity, confidence, and control. That is how a wise man navigates relationships. Not through guessing, but through understanding. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next lesson on human nature, power, and psychology. Leave a comment below and tell us which sign surprised you the most. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, share this video with them. Until next time, observe carefully, think deeply, and never ignore what actions are trying to tell you.